everyone had enjoyed their tea. Now we move on to the next session, which is on clean coal economy. Changing it on a pragmatic case to do as it is. For this, as you know, we are Dr. Karan. Worked as the CEO of the two public sector coal companies for 5 years. During this course, provided overall reduction in the matters of total operation of these companies, covering technical, business, financial, and personal aspects. In fact, he has contributed to the planning commission on various issues on coal-related problems. I'm sure these interactions will be very helpful to us. Sir, now over to you. And he has already circulated 2 of his articles to you.
The organizers and representatives from Johnstown, from Delhi. First of all, I am thankful to the president, particularly Sujata, who have been remembering me because we met last night in Delhi. Since then, he has been bringing, and I was also traveling here and there. I could not respond, but I think this time it was connected me and then he was requesting for this program. When I was in Chennai, I thought I would come and doing young ones who are young and of course experienced ones who are into the power. Whereas I had been the source of power, mining and supplying coal for the whole life. So I thought, let me come and then interact, and then do something and take something from you. So that's just a background. And thanks again for lecture. And I think because it was such a short time, it was nothing, no PowerPoint, I had to prepare. That's why I have circulated 2 articles which you can go through when you are time, when you find time. They will tell about, because I am not an expert in efficiency improvement of power, because you are the people who are trying to bring in efficiency improvements and new things in the future, all the issues, because the combustion people who generate power out of coal. So that's your subject. So I could just somehow in general what I viewed as the clean coal technologies in one of the discussed. And the other one is also about sequestration. Because in 2004, after my retirement, because I was heading CFPDI for India after 2003, that time after my retirement, a request came from SMT, Science and Technology Ministry, that we want to have a seminar on sequestration, carbon sequestration. So I was visiting USA many times on some other issues, and I came across this sequestration going on there in 2004. So I had quite some exposure. So I accepted to go for that seminar and give out a paper on carbon sequestration. It's also as old as about 2004. But you can only update that all the basics are same. But the year, because as usual, we are not as following the schedule of our planning. So I think about 3 or 4 years we are still behind in that schedule which I have made. The roadmap I have made in that. I have proposed a roadmap for carbon sequestration in India. That starts from 2003. So I think we have to add about 5 years. So 2008 onwards, as Mr. Bose correctly told, I think in 15-20 years we will be able to get onto that CCS on the ground. Till that time probably it may be on the laboratory or the research R&D only. So that's about just a background of what you have those papers of mine. Now, till now, see this 1.5 hours which has been given to me, I want to spend this way. Say about 45 minutes I will bring you back from the theoretical, what is going on about the technology, the new ones, the futuristic ones. Let us come back to the ground and see what we are and what the goal is. because they are talking about clean coal technology, clean coal is the prerequisite, and then the technology, efficiency, and then of course once you generate, even after that some carbon dioxide going up, emissions going up, you have to capture them and bring it back and transport them and put it down. So there's a third aspect. So I thought I'll discuss about or convey about the coal, the clean coal, and then of course there were other things you all exposed about technology, efficiency improvement and all. It's useful. So coming back to coal, let us come back to coal. Many of you may not be aware what is how the coal came because the coal many people don't want to see, especially in Europe. I used to when I visited because the coal they don't like subject coal at all. They don't want to see, they don't want to rather touch also. If it is kept it at a different distance, it's okay. Not they will not go near it because it is black, because it is dirty, because it emits dust, everything. So they don't want to see. So in coal mining areas, because we being mining engineers, mining coal, we had visited a lot of mines. So how they were distancing themselves from the coal mine to the living areas, we know. So that's all coming in India also slowly. So the coal, basically, especially in India, the formation ability must be, we have at least having knowledge of geology, how coal came. The coal was formed out of plant matter. It's nothing but plant matter. All this happened about 160 to 70 million years before. When plants and the forests were as huge as 400 meters tall, probably 4 to 5 meters wide trunks. There's a kind of forest the planet Earth had at that time. So only the sun and the rain. The sun and the rain, that was the only season they had probably at that time, about 170 million years before. So the plant matter, that was in abundance wherever the whole planet was full of that. And then of course the oceans and the shallow areas. So the plant matter, when it got destroyed, by the tectonics, because of the upheavals of the earth movements, so they got destroyed, and then they got buried. Over the plant matter, they got buried, and then again the trees started, the plant matter came out. So in cycle, say 1 million years, in 1 million years again the plant matter come. So this process came on. That's why you will find the coal in different layers. You will find in different layers. Maximum layers in the world is in our country. About 18-20 distinct layers. We call in mining the coal seams. The coal seams are nothing but layers of coal which are starting from the bottom to the top. So we call it 1, 2, 3, 4 just for nomenclature's sake. Seam 1, seam 2 like that. So 18-20 seams, they are the maximum. The economically viable system is seams. Coal can be even 1 inch, half inch, like that. But economically viable seams, suppose if you take it as say 1 feet, which can be mined or which can be usefully utilized. So like that you can see there are a number of layers. That is a phenomenon because of that plant growth, burial over millions of years. Say 5 to 6 million years, since 60 lakhs years. Riverine this thing. The plant matter from one place got drifted to other place. For example, that is where we come in India. Our coals are probably, we were probably more rich in movement and the flow. So where the low-lying areas, the forest used to, the black matter used to come and accumulate, and then it got buried. So the drift theory. So during the drift theory, the in situ of that plant matter got mixed with the inert matter. See, while coming, it will not come as a plant. So while coming, the plant matter got mixed with the inert matter. So the coal that we have is containing more ash. That is the reason why our coals are highly more of ash. In Europe, if you go, you will find 5%, 6%, 7%, 10% maximum. And USA also you will find, Australia you will find. You will find most of the coals like that. That is an entirely different geological setup. Ours is a Gondwana setup. Ours and probably South African. These are the two, African continent and Indian subcontinent were together at this time. So the Gondwana series, they are of one nature. Other than Gondwana, they are of other nature. That's why you will find the coals of Africa, South Africa especially, and our coals are a little higher in ash, even as high as about 40% as has been told. So this is how the coal form. The coalification process plus the burial means now the deepest seams are even as deep as 3,000 meters. Even in our country, the coal seams are even as deep as 1,500 meters. There are coal seams which are as below as 3,000 to 4,000 meters. So that much of soil has been buried, and then during the formation, during the SPA. So the temperature and the pressure that was caused by this, the weight of the soil and the temperature as it go down. So that's again that the coalification started, the chemistry, the plant back and converted into the coal, the chemistry of the entire coal, you know. So that is how, that is where we are starting. The coal in India is high ash and difficult to wash. Why it is difficult to wash? Because we are already endowed with the high ash coal, as I told you now. Now, our coals are difficult to wash. Why? Because the ash is more coherent and more mixed, inherent into the coal seams. They are not distinct. It's not that coal is here and the stone is here, not like that. In Europe and all you will find the coal seam as you mine, whether it is by open cast or underground. You can see the coal pieces and the stone pieces as few as they are. But here you will find the very coal itself the ash is inherently mixed in the coal. So it is very difficult to wash because of the near gravity situation. I think you all engineers will understand the near gravity. The gravity of coal, the pure carbon is less. And the ash, which is shale or sandstone, whatever it is little more. If it is gravity, the difference is more, it is easier to wash. If the difference is less, it is very difficult to separate, wash it. So our coals, because of the near gravity situation in the coal, it is difficult to wash. So if you want to separate that ash, you have to crush that. The more you crush, the more the cost. The more you crush, more the water you have to add. So that means again the added cost problems. So our coals are difficult to wash coals. So these are the two scenarios you are endowed with. Let us remember that. That's what the coal you are going to get, because Mother Nature has given you the high ash coal because of the formation itself. Number two, when that coal comes out, it is difficult to wash. If you want to keep the coal separate, low ash coal, if you want to convert that, make it of low ash, it takes little more cost. So that is how we are all endowed. Now, the coal washing. Tomorrow, my Mr. Gopal Krishnan, who is here with me, he will tell you about, because he is an expert in coal washing, he has been doing coal washing, so he will talk about coal washing. So I just told you how difficult to wash our coal is. So, and then to make it clean, so that your emissions, it can burn better. The moment it burns better, the emissions are reduced. That's how the entire technology, the emissions improvement is only based on that. The better coal, the carbon, more of carbon, less of ash, the better technology, combustion technologies, and you can convert that and coal into energy, because now presently from 35 to 40, 45, 50, you are all trying to do that through laboratory and all those things. Suppose if you can make it, maximize it, but still there will be emissions, then how are you going to capture it and then transport it and sequester it. Of course, you are going to bury it in your coming sessions. Now, as far as the quantities are concerned, our country has about 280 billion tons of coal. Of course, our classification, our method of reporting reserves is little bit different from what other advanced countries are having. INFC classification is different and our job classification is different. Whereas we, in our case, we are classifying this coal as reserves, as the crude ones, and the inferred ones, and the indicated ones. So our country, as of now, we have about 280 billion tons of coal by geological exploration. What is being assessed is, as of now, 280 billion tons of coal we have. Out of which about 100 billion tons are crude ones. Crude means what you can take out. It is known, the coal is there. And all these are mined again, they are all below up to 600 meters. But what we are mining is entirely different. By open cast mining, I will come a little later about that. So what we are mining is far less than that. The projectizable. So out of 280, 100 are proven. About 40 are indicated. Indicated means every 1 square kilometer, if you are putting holes, drill holes, you find coal. Then we call categorize it as an indicated. Inferred one is only one well, 10 square kilometers you don't have anything, that we are inferred. So you can imagine to convert inferred to indicated and indicated to proven to projectize to mining, then only you get the coal into your powerhouse. You can imagine we have got a lot of land in the country. So much of acreage. But out of that, how much is less land? How much is not being used? What is cultivable? Dry cultivation, wet cultivation. And then after that, how much is good, what is better, and all these things. So ultimately, what you get is only hardly about 10% of or 15% of the land is cultivable, out of which we are getting food. Likewise, here also the reserves are there. But how much we are able to take out, mine out economically and bring it to the end-use plant, say a powerhouse or a steel plant or whatever it is. So it's again step by step we go. Probably the projectizable reserves in the country are about 41. Out of these 100 also, what we can projectize to mine the coal out is about 35 to 40 billion. So 40 billion tons we have. Even if the present day's production is about around 550, say 600 today. So you say 10 years, even at the rate of 5% growth, which the quality has promised, or the country and the planning commission is trying to bring in that kind of growth. Say in mining, if you can even bring growth of about 7 to 8%. So 8% of today's 600 is at about 70 million tons every year. Suppose 10 years, at the flat rate of say 70 million tons, it will go on increasing. So 700. You can increase production from present by 50 to 1250. Say 12,500 million tons we can produce by say 2022. It is going to be a very good figure. So even at that rate of 1,000, say suppose 1,000 million is 1 billion, you got coal to mine out how much? About 40-50 years. So let us not worry about the coal reserves in the country. So 40 to 50 years you are guaranteed. Exploration is still going on. The virgin areas are still being drilled. Exploration is going on. So you may add up every year, we are adding up about 2 billion tons of fresh reserves, which used to be about 240 about 10 years back. It has become 280 now. So about 2 to 3 billion tons every year we are adding. So likewise, it will go on for 10 more, 15 more, 20 more years. Say about 20 or even 30 more, 30 million more you may add up. So that this 280 we can expect to become say 300. Out of this proven say today's 100, it may become say 110. Even at that rate, even if you mine 1 billion every year, you are guaranteed for about 30 to 40, say 50 years, you can be rest assured. You can have, suppose we are increasing from 1,000 to 2,000. There are plans. See, China is doing about 3.5 billion. China's production is 3.5 billion today. USA is 2,200, number 2. We are number 3. 550, we are number 3. 4 is Australia, 5th is South Africa, and 6th is Indonesia. Like that. So even if you produce say even 3,000, even then for about 20-25 years you don't have to worry about the coal with the present reserves scenario. But the reserves are being added, I think it will go on. So very safely we can at least conclude, even if you increase your production to 1,000 or even 2,000, the coal availability in the country will be for at least for 25 years. We don't have to bother about that. Now, having told about the reserves and about the reserves that can last, coming to taking out. Taking out, as you must be aware, there are 2 methods of mining coal, by open pit or an overcast method, surface mining. Must be many of you must have gone to see Navy, which is nearest. So surface mining and then the underground mining. Now, fortunately, till now, we are able to pursue an open cast mining because our deepest mine for coal mine is about 170 meters now, as of now in the country, deepest mine. Whereas Navy must be also about, I think about 100 or 120 meters. So deepest mine is about 150, and there is a limit for going down. As you go down, probably the mine size has to be bigger, because as you go down, the equipment size becomes larger. So I think the bigger mines we have to plan. So as of now, the country is planning to go up to say about 250 meters. So there is an end to it. We cannot keep on doing mining by surface mining deeper and deeper. So a day will come that we have to switch on to underground mining. So underground mining will say up to 600 meters. Till now, the methods and the safety taken into consideration, about 600 meters we will be able to go up to 600 meters. So that scenario, the production ratio or the what is produced by underground and what is produced by open cast. The country is producing about 550 million tons now, as I told you. Out of which 40 plus 30, about 75 million tons is only from underground. The Coal India produces about 45, Singarati produces about 25, about 60, and other companies, some private and Tata, everything produces about 75 million tons only is coming from underground. That means out of 550, we are producing about 70-75 from underground, and the rest is surface. And that scenario will change. And then slowly, say after 10 years, we may have to switch on from open cast to surface mining to underground mining. And so that way, when this is going to be the scenario part of that. And the problem is the open cast surface mining. When you are doing surface mining, unfortunately, till now, the mining is not different from excavating. You can say excavating will go and excavate here and there without any plan, without any method, without any thinking to excavate it. But mining is where you plan, thoughtful, engineering with due regard to the geodynamics, the rock mechanics, the safety, the look of it, the efficiency, the cost, then only. That's what is mining is. So if that is to be done, it is done properly, the coal that is coming out will be as it is, because very nature itself has given you a back coal, high ash coal. Now we will start adding up to that already high ash coal, the extraneous material, like in open cast mining, if you know, there is a rock which we call the overburden, and the coal, again rock, again overburden, the gas. Because as I told you, there will be, say, 10 layers. In 10 layers, every layer is differentiated by this rock, or you call it overburden. If that gets mixed, say even 5%, so added to whatever the coal has already, you are adding stones to that. So, unfortunately, our mining is not as perfect as it should be. For all reasons, I don't want to get into that. So, if the mining is bad, if the mining is not as it should be, we are adding a little more stones also. Now, with all that, what is happening is it's already difficult to wash coal. You are adding some more extraneous material. The coal that you are getting is to the powerhouses is around the best one maybe about 38%. The other end is about 40 to 45%. And invariably the coals that you are getting from, because they are all from Tamil Energy Board and here. Just restrict here. What you are getting from Orissa. Orissa is endowed with power coal, all power coal only, all S grade, the lowest grade, and having 40-42%, that's what you are getting. Now, you are bringing it without washing. Now, coming to washing, as I told you, he will be explaining you how to wash coal to make it clear. Out of 550, we are washing only, I think, 25%. We are total coal that is being washed today, out of 550 is only about 125 million tons are being washed. The power coal is about 100 tons we are washing, 100 million tons. And the steel coal, that is coking coal, is 25. So out of 550 or 600 what you are releasing now, the coal that is being washed is hardly about 120 million tons, which comes to about 20-25%. Whereas in countries where the coal is already clean, by institute theory which was formed, as I told you, the entire coal is washed. Most of the advanced countries, there is no coal going out of a mine without getting washed. The processed coal, that is saleable coal, they call it. They call it saleable coal. Saleable coal means a processed coal. That is what is given to the end user or the market. Whereas for various reasons, we have been slowly washing, adopting to washing. So we are still washing only 28%, 25%, whereas we are required to wash the entire coal if at all not to make improvements in end use, like power generation. But having seen this situation, I think the Planning Commission and the Coal India has taken a decision that we will wash about 200 million tons more, at least for the next 5 years. So the private sector has probably has a plans to wash add washing to about 100 million. So the Coal India also is telling I will also wash 100 million. So put together 220 million they are planning to wash in the next 5 years. So this 125 plus 210 comes to about 370 million tons they will wash. So by that time, even the production goes to about say 700. So 50% we will be washing in say next 5 years. That's what the plan is. So from the present 25%, it's a good at least good step, a good progress if you can wash for 50% of coal. Now, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, tier heavy, you are getting the entire coal only. We are not washing any coal at the source. Invariably, it is prudent and it is practically, it is business-wise, it is prudent and practically to wash it in the pit of itself, where the mining is going on. Because there is no use in carrying the stones to a midpoint again, washing there, bring it here or washing it here. Instead, you have to shed the stone at the pit top itself, the mine top itself, and then bring the clean coal here. That I think had been requesting, I had been suggesting to through the government when I was serving in Coal India, also even after that, I had been advising that you don't bring any coal which is unwashed. Because it is, you can, out of about 14 million tons we are bringing every year. TNB consumes about 14 to 15 million tons from Coal India. All plants put together. So if you can reduce the ash from the present 40 to 34, which is possible, you will come out with that. Because beyond that also it's difficult. So even if you bring the ash down to about 34 and bring it here, you will be saving, you will be shedding about 1 to 1.5 million tons of stone there itself and bring only coal or green coal. So that's what, because you are all growing now with the TNAB and the people around here who are concerned with power here. I think that this message must go that the bringing washed coal, bringing clear coal is better for the power plants, its efficiency and ultimate your sequestration of carbon emissions and all those things.
Sir, proceed, sir. Nowadays, private people are claiming buying from mineral research for Australia. They have also this coal or
See, as I told you, invariably, all countries, they process the coal before selling. It is a sellable coal. It is washed coal. Australia, especially, I can assure you, Australia, the entire coal that is coming in, the size, the process, uniformity, consistent coal, say 50 mm, normally 50 mm size, that is coming to, that is the maximum size. And Indonesian coals are also processed. They are also, because though they are endowed with lesser ash, again, they don't want to take risk. The extraneous materials are bound to come during mining. Because they are also in very open cast mines. There are not much of underground mines in Indonesia. So there is a chance, a possibility of getting the extraneous material mixed into the coal. So they wash it and then bring it. That is it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Today is the coal station. Today was the coal shortage is there. Without warning. We wanted to observe the coal shortage in the coal.
Are you interested in the heat that you are going to use, or are you interested in what is the thing? The moment you wash, the relative value which will be mining of 3,000, suppose raw coal is say 3,500 easy. If you wash it, quantity will come down to 100 tons will come down to 85 tons. But the relative value will go beyond to 4,000. So in the end, the net heat that you are going to get to your reduced plant is going to be more. That's where again, this is what is the argument going on from the power lobby, power people. They were telling, I'm telling you, I don't want to tell the story that, what happened. I was the person who started power coal washing in the country. Paper coal washing. Because previously we had only the steel coal washing. Steel coal only was washed and supplied. Power coal washing nobody wanted. All power stations say, you give me that raw coal, we will take it. Because what will you get it? I want quantity. I want this much of the coal. Okay. And then, per force, we thought we will have one washery. We built 6 million washery, the first one in the country. It is still washing, still going on. That started supplying. NTPC, I would appreciate NTPC were the first people they told, even then, reluctantly, per force, having meetings, just like going and selling Coca-Cola at the beginning, when Coca-Cola was sold, they were giving it free. So like that, we went around and told, convinced this and that, same questions were raised. What cost and what this and those things. Ultimately, they, 2 years, 2 long years, 3 long years they took. If you go and ask a NTPC man today, a power man, he will say, I don't want raw coal, please wash it into it. Because the size, the consistency, the heat improvement, so many other benefits. There are about 20 benefits, because this session is probably not for that. I can tell there are about 20 benefits which will outweigh the raw coal one. Ultimately, you are going to save. And you will have at least sleeping nights. Otherwise, power man will be having sleepless nights. When one holder comes in and stucks up in the coal handling plant, this thing is gone. Power house is waiting, and your all sleepless nights you will have. This is what is happening. In almost all the power houses, it was happening in 1970s and 80s, I know. People are telephoning here and there, or this came and that came and all these things. But when we were telling, again, this kind of, now I think people, the power people are ready to accept wash coal, especially the distant power sources like our TNB and all, which we are about 2,000 kilometers away. And if you are bringing 2,000 kilometers by ship and by train and by rain, by all these stores we are carrying, 1 million tons of stone we are carrying, even today. Out of 14 million tons, we are carrying about 1 million tons stones. That means 6% ash. Ash is nothing but stone. You leave it there. Why are you bringing it? So like that.
So as we said, it not only increases the temperature level, but it also helps reducing the pollution level.
What I mean, see, which I told you that these are both only benefits to start with. At least you can see
Just by
unknown, you cannot see that those benefits are there. The
unseen
the end benefits are far more, which is front of you. That itself is more. That is sufficient perspective. And again, the entire workshop, the entire training program is for emission reduction. That's right. I'll come to this. What I mean. So again, as Mr. Bose was saying, it may take some more years to go and think of CCS. See, many of you, the young ones, you already research, we're talking about it. It's very good. You should start thinking now so that it can happen after 20 years or 10 years. The theory, the laboratory, the research, everything is good. But what I'm telling you today, because when you are here, the carbon capture starts at the mine. The mother of capturing, if you are supplying clean coal from the mine itself, then further, as I told you, our coal inherent ash which can reduce further, and then by washing, by processing, and using probably it will become easier for you to burn it better in a more efficient manner, and in the process, the emissions, the carbon emissions will become less, and then you think of even capturing that, which is going up after that. For that, of course, there are a lot of difficulties in theory. Theoretically, it is possible, but practically and commercially, how much is happening, I don't know. And in that paper, you will find, which I presented to you, that I was suggesting the roadmap. The roadmap is to have a demonstration plan. At that time, 2005, we discussed NTPC people were also there, and there was a committee to be formed, national committee. I don't know whether it is formed or not, how much it is going on. You must be getting updated, because it's not my direct subject. I am not kept myself abreast with that. Now, what I suggested in that was to have a demonstration plan. Do you have a 50 megawatt plant which with all efficiency improvements, of course the supercritical, ultra supercritical, all those things are being talked about. Whatever you can do today, the demonstration plan, the theory that you have, you build a plant. It may be a little costly. I am not asking you to build all the plants in the country on that time, because slowly the critical, supercritical and ultra supercritical, so those power plants are coming up. Now that must be a zero emission plant. That 50 megawatts should be a zero emission plant, wherein the least emissions are taking place. So that's number one. Another one, choose a small plant, 50 megawatt or whatever. We have got many numbers, the old ones, and then go there and start capturing. If at all, if you are you use your device, whatever you have, and then have it as a demonstration plant. After that, carbon dioxide, what you are capturing, and they get transported and then put it down there itself. Because geological sequestration is the best thing. Instead of transporting out to mid-ocean, all those things, there are so many things you find in where to sequestrate, where to transport. Plus, carbon dioxide capturing itself is difficult, costly. Again, converting it into again, passing it, transporting it through pipes, to again taking it down to mid-ocean and then using it in the ocean. Instead of that, geological or the biological, whatever it is, because it's all a universal thing that you can see. So, I suggested that at least within say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, let us have a demonstration plan. Number one, to have a zero emission. Number two, wherever there is an emission, capture it and then put put it down. So let it go on for 10-15 years. Then after that, the engineers, the researchers, and academicians, and all people will be looking at it. They will start believing as is possible. Let us improve it, go on improving, and then we will be able to reduce the emissions and also capture the carbon and then put it down. So that is, I think, probably if you can go through, it is giving a lot of insight in that. So I also agree with Mr. Bose, who was presenting one of the presentations there. By about 2020, see what we should address as of now is to have the pre-combustion, the clean coal mining itself, and then washing, bring it down to a reasonable level, make it more efficiently burnt, and then supply it to the power system. So that means the pre-combustion aspect of the entire CCST, what we are talking about. So that is one compartment which we should concentrate and we should try to pursue. And the second one is your subject, the efficiency improvement in the power generation. So whatever level you can take it out, efficiency improvement, 100%, 38% conversion to about 55, you can bring it. It's very good. Even after that, the old ones and the new ones mixed together. If you have still the emissions coming out, then your research which you are conducting probably worldwide is going on, and at that time you can capture it, transport it, and store it. So this is one. Another thing, one of our friends told about whether is there an alternative to coal? Where is it going to come? I think we should not be pessimistic. At the same time, we should not be over-optimistic. So keeping both things together, at least I don't find, unless until a miracle takes place, where the alternative energies, non-conventional energy sources are going to come up financially. Why? Because the political system, the social, the people will want always now, even if 10 paise if the tariff is increased, you and I, they just start cursing the government. If it is 220, if it is made 230, no, many chief ministers are not increasing the tariff because of the fear of that. In Bengal, she is not increasing, the new chief minister is not increasing this, she is not prepared to increase the tariff. Let it happen, I will keep the tariff on it. But where from? The cost of generation is 4 rupees, the price of selling is 2 rupees. Then where from they will manage, that's a different matter by itself. But the other forms of energy, if what is being now as non-conventional energy, the wind, the solar, the bio, or the other ones, the CBM as I told, the CMM, or the underground coal gasification. You gasify the coal seam, as I told you, as you go down the deeper seams, you will not be able to mine. You will not be able to mine for at least say 100 years. Say 1,000 meters below, how are you going to mine? It is still a dream. It's going to be cost, it's going to be safety. 1,000 meters below coal to bring it up for power generation. I mean, it's going to be difficult. But all said and done, when you see the results, it's not the same facts applied to worldwide. The whole world is endowed with a lot of coal. So the whole world also can sustain use of coal economically for at least say 20 more years. So the whole world is only looking at improving efficiency, reducing carbon emissions, and then keep on with coal. Let us keep on. At the same time, pursue the non-conventional or the alternative sources of energy like wind, geo, or solar, or bio, or other methods. And of course, atomic, nuclear. You know the percentages. What is today? What is the share of coal? What is the share of oil and gas? What is the share of hydrogen? What is the share of everything? You know that pie chart you will know it. But that pie chart to convert the people, the projections are for next 25 years, the 55, which is the world's percentage, the share of coal for power generation is about 45 or 50. That can come down to 35, not beyond that. So that means coal, we may have to keep on using the coal by improving its quality, make it more clearer. Of course, you cannot change the color, you cannot change it, but still it has to be it will continue.
Smart question. So what about the application of hydrogen? Usage of hydrogen. Are there any hydrogen power plants in the world?
See, hydrogen, yes, as I told, probably they are still on the experimental stage. Okay? And hydrates, they call it the hydrates, which are in the ocean, which are in plenty probably, which are having the methane also. So those things are it's all again under the stage research and they're being experimented. I think a day will come, the portion of the hydrates, they are best probably once you trigger them, they will start emitting methane. And then it's going to be a problem. Just like going and looking at the snake is good, but touching the snake maybe may harmful. So like that. So they are all
absolutely pollution free.
what I mean, it is there. What is not there in the nature? There is so many things available nowadays. How are you going to touch it? How are you going to utilize it? The people say even the lightning. One lightning can provide power for the whole world for 1 year. Who is going to get it from us? So those things are all been distant, as I told you, the miracle. Miracle takes place, non-conventional or the alternative for coal. You can, all scientists, you are sitting here, all researchers, and you are sitting in the lab world. Will come in, probably necessarily, it may make you, but no, because every invention is out of necessity. So it may come. If it comes, let us thank God, let us consider it as a miracle. But as of now, being on the ground, sitting here, I think probably for 30 to 40 years, I can tell, my job is guaranteed, coal and coal. So that way, let us see, because you are also the thermal power people will have start keep using coal.
Only thing that requires washing properly.
What I mean, washing. Unfortunately, we had not been persecuted because of that. The user. See, about 40 years back, I've been telling a story. 40 years back, we used to take a bag and take a grocery from the shop, rice from a bag, you throw it to you and you will bring it and clean it every day. I guess back home. Today it's all clean. The more you play, the more clean it comes. It is easier for you. So like that, both if it is properly clean and comes to your house, that's good. That has to be done anyhow. And the takers are also now willing. Because our process also, our attitude is changing. The SAVs are also now asking for better coal. I think probably the coal mining will also start supplying better coal. I think the day will come to have that. So I think, as I told you, better to have more of an interactive session, any questions or anything that will be more useful to you. And about that, see in clean coal, the technology improvements, see I have in one of the papers I have just you can go through. And it is again your subject, it's not my subject, but it is only a kind of suggestion what I look at this clean coal technology for efficiency improvements, and also about sequestration, both the papers will tell, and about you will have this new classification of coal from the old useful value, grade 1, grade A, B, C, D, and EM. So they have already as a country, as the country has decided to go for the GCB grading. So I think this is there. And of course, appropriately again they have pricing also on that. So the pricing was previously on the different grades, E, A, B, C, D, EM. Now they are pricing also on this GCB. So there are arguments going on, the country must realize too much. So you already know that thing is still going on. And there may be a small revision. Government is probably also may come out with a package. The price may get settled down to some of this thing. But it has been triggered now. Now, GCB, this was going on since 15-20 years. When we were in the coal industry also this was going on. Now it has happened because internationally this is the way of selling coal or presenting coal. Because as I told, it is a heat value. I am giving the heat value, giving the gross calorific value. So with this, I think whatever I could say about the green coal, the pre-combustion aspect. So the combustion and the CCS portion is already in the paper. You can go through and you being the experts for efficiency improvements and other research which is going on about CCS. You will let us keep it open for some more time. But if there is any questions, I can clarify and answer to you. Thank you. Our coal washing started in 1997. That was the first washing in Jharkhand. Now it is in Jharkhand. There's a similar washing which electrically feel, you push it, push to the power, state washing, state control. So I think as I told, FTPC was the first American and they started taking that way. And there is a we are so happy and then the list came out and then slowly everybody started working hard on something. About 100 million tons of our coal is being washed mostly in the coal itself. As I told, because we wash there, there's no point in taking burying it on the head and then washing it. Better to wash it there. And there is no there. There are, as I told you, smaller ship, about 120 million tons of coal is getting washed with power. Yeah, so it is up to 600 meters coal is available. Yeah, economics again. Land on will go for the recognize gradually. See, the present in road side, every side, because monarchical units will not be able to mine. Monarchical units, they are going to, there are the civil bodies coming up. Civil means coal is beginning. Wherever there is coal seeking, there is gas. Methane is there. So, they are from 6,000 square kilometers in Manali area. They have already allotted to British energy. There's a company which is already pursuing one block in Bengal. They are going to come, they have already started exploring. So they will take one of the gas. Solid coal mining in Manali, I don't think I can see in this. I don't think. But that you will not be able to mine. Number one, because it is fully covering fertile agricultural land. And then the coal is deep. The midnight is deep. And such a deep mining because mining is deep. So later on we can go for underground. Midnight, no. Midnight because see where mining is. Thicker the seam, the difficult is mining. The younger the seams, difficult is mining. Younger ones, see the hard coal and the hard stone, you can mine. When the coal is soft, when the rock is not soft, because what is rock? Rock is a cage. See, 160 million is older, that is more mature, more harder. 100 million means 15 million younger, softer. For example, the coals in Assam, they are all tertiary. We call it the geological age. The tertiary coals are 120, 100. They are so soft. Will not, so they will just go down, they'll come, as you just walk, start mining, will come on the head. So to keep it support on, we keep it down. Likewise, in ignites, they are all young ones. Number two, water. Associated with, you will get 50% is water only. So the moment you go for a water, you will not comfort water on the bus. So those difficulties in mining will be there. I don't think anywhere ignite is being mined by a boat. It's all even in Germany, everywhere in their world. Ignites are not shallow. As I told you, the other ones means the form later, buried later. That means shallow. There.
China, they are doing such a mining.
No. China, out of 3,200, There are about 2,500 underground.
That's why so many accidents.
Those things let us not talk about it. What you are hearing is only 1%. What is happening there, nobody will tell you. Nobody will tell you. Yeah. Nobody will tell you also. They are also what they are doing God knows. Sometimes it gets up to 70% going and 70% going like that. Itself will be about 1,000. Whereas in our country, like 70, that way is over. But I should not talk about Supreme Court 70, 80 is graduates in my whole life. Because I don't have business just now. But there, even the reported winners are so higher. Unreported, no question.
So this television budget is after watching the television budget course of ECT.
Yes.
When in this new pricing policy wherein 17 banks have been told by CA. So in this policy, does it take into account this? Does it take into account this?
Yes, see, ultimately they will charge you the saleable gold. Suppose people without washing and giving you it is 4,000. Washing and giving you 5,000. Then you have to pay for my quality. I am mining. From my mine I am getting 3,500. Say suppose. Then I am washing it and adding, improving the to 4,500. What are you expecting to pay? Because I am incurring some cost for washing.
But same time, the advantage of the thermal efficiency,
Yeah.
increase it, that will also compensate the loss.
For me, the two things, size, efficiency, everybody size. It's coming to you, machine gets reduced. You, as I told you, more miners can have sleep easily. I mean, that is the only thing. After everything will go on properly. Until the coal coming in and then coal handling, there is a section where every day something happens. You know the
In fact, sir, I wanted to touch on this point. Particularly, few of the cities, as per the regulation, if your power plant is using this equipment, you have to use it for wash coal, and if you are having 850 km away, you have to use the wash coal. This is one. However, in CESC data that uses 60 by 2, 140 megawatt power plant, and virtual 50 by 2. Now it is 50 by 3. There we see a drastic result difference between the GCB with the wash coal. One of the cases we get a heat rate improvement, in other cases we have a heat rate improvement. So then what we are doing, we are doing blending double to get back the heat. So it is again a boiler configuration, type of coal using, and then blending. So that's the coal. Wash coal we have to use for exactly 20 other reasons. Heat rate is one of the reasons that you need to manage. It is specifically it is designed for a particular GCB. The moment you go on the higher GCB, it may not be, the interest may not go up. It might come down also. So that you need to address properly.
Sir, I can give German power capacity of the country is 1.5 lakh megawatts the capacity. The Prime Minister's office says it will be around 9.5 lakh megawatts by 2030, 9.5 lakh. That is 6 times increase. Which itself is a very daunting task. The VA is trying to do its best to 3,000 crores target. But sir, these are capital sector. Whatever VA is doing and whatever thermal power plants, those are capital expenses or one-time expenses. But the coal has to be mined every year. 6 times coal is going to mine and supply it, then only it is possible. So from now, presently around 400 million tons to 500 million tons to be the possible consumption. If this has to go to 6 times, then only this demand has to be met indigenously. Do you think that it is possible to increase coal production 6 times in the next 2 decades? 6 times?
These figures are not thermal. What you told is about thermal. Not other words. Thermal you are taking out, from that, you vote 1.5 to at least this is nice. In say 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. 70,000 megawatts country will gain. You end up where? You end up, let's say, 12, 15, 30, 25% is the only materialization figure till now. This last period, only they are confirming everything that they have done this project maximum record. Although this plan period, plan period, we planned about 60, we are doing 28. We are doing that is a good. So that we have been our track record. How much from 15 or 1 lakh 50 to 9 lakh you be able to do? Let us be very specific. Okay. See again, mining, power plant, building a power plant is comparatively easy than mining a coal from. See, it's a component of one land, one water, one money. That's all. For power plant, you require that. Of course, that's all becoming difficult. But I mean, land, most difficult. Water, almost you have to see now. Number 3, again fuel, you are again looking up and down every year. So all these things. Even if all these are assured, they are all assured, then building a power plant is comparatively easier than you cannot mining, you cannot switch on and switch off. Mine once you start. Suppose here also again same difficulty. You have to mine where the coal is, so you have to go to the land, forest, go, all these things, you can start fighting, one district, another district, you can keep on fighting. One is go, another say no go. So that's all. So the mines are beginning to stop. So with all those things, what Mr. MC you are selling, because a lot of rain, so I cannot produce. So a lot of no-go, there are actually all no-go only as a no mining. So I had to cut down my production to same level. Since last 2 years, the country is not able to increase production from immediate and also. What is happening? So if both are deciding, country decides in one decision. Yes, if I am going to increase 6 times here, I am going to increase 6 times here also. Then it is possible. If you say that only power I will do 9 times, coal I will see, I will not any no-go, then that will happen. Okay? See, it's a kind of vendor, it's a kind of information, news. How 0.3 mining is only 0.3% of the entire land mass. What is the area that you are using the mining? It is that much money. And what amount of land you are using elsewhere, we don't know. So when the mining process is visible, you are going and digging, so you think that the land is getting degraded. Okay. So there are so many methods nowadays to reclaim, bringing back the farms. You implement that. Forest, you drop 1 acre, you ask for 4 acres of forest. Now the Forest Conservation Act says 2 times. If I take 1 acre of forest land, you have to plant trees for 2 acres. Give money. They take advance for 6 years. Then they plant for 1 month. I mean, whether that suppose you are a miner also, you are asking for 100 acres. You are asking to bring 250 acres per person. First, you show me the land. They tell you to show me the land. Then, I go back to the government, suppose good governments, when we establish that, they will identify the land. Of course, already I was saying that government is not to say you get 2-3 acres of land. So you go back again, the state government, they give. So you will identify after that, then only you have to 2 acres land, plus of course cost. It has to be deposited today. Forest may come or may not come, what happens to the money missing, nobody is. So it's not that. This is very, very small. You take for 3 times, 4 times, implement there also. See, whatever you are good at finding out, telling your community or any environmentalist body is talking about that, you are spoiling it. But what are you taking from that? 2 times, 3 times you are taken. Take 3 times and create good forest. And then leave that because work cannot go from place to place. Then it is there. Whatever it is, whatever it is there. You want, do it. Otherwise, forget about it. And that is not about 5 times increasing the number of works. But deciding that,
You have to decide set of issues. And then I think in that case it's possible because switching on off and off is not possible. It's not a switch that put off and put on, put off and put on. Once put on means it has on. Only the voltage can increase, not the switch. I think due to government serious decides that as I told you back in my 6 times, I'm sorry, I'm not so optimistic. Even if it is 3 times, even for that you will get say here are 3 times from the present 600 it has go to 1600. It's not it's a difficult task to take on to 800 million tons over the core. We want to think about.
Importing is a good option for meeting markets, for meeting the demand and importing is a good option. Importing from others. Sorry, very good knowledge. You are first time, first time. After that, everything is not good. It's not good.
Very good.
After some time, you realize what the thing is done. Very late.
You have got 280 million. Top to buy rice. Then you tell me which is what you call. What do you call it? It's a fool. Or is it lazy? Either he is lazy or is a fool who is not utilizing his resources that he has. He is don't touch my cars. Don't come here. Don't run out. See, same ministry. One child ministry wants power to all, whether power to all is there in the so many. Power to all. Other thing, no kind of power. Then there is going to be power from. Sun is not, because sun is going to cost you much. As I say, everything is not much. Wind, God's word. The next one will come in only. So all those things are there. Now, sure, yesterday is the amount we have now, idea of it. So for that, what is required? And you have an amount over here, if you are serious, if you are really wanting to calculate and find out and take a approach. The volatility of imports, which was, the cost of price, the mining, cost of mining in India, it's a good mine, an efficient mine, more class mine. That's not underground. There are differences. Some mine cost maybe 2,000, some mine 2,000. But the average good efficient surface mine, cost of coal mining is around 200 rupees. What you are paying by the time it comes to metro? 4 times. It is 4,800 rupees. Landed cost of coal in metro is 4,500 rupees. But from the mine, he is having profit. He is selling at 550. You will take his cost, actual cost, he is 200 rupees. Then what did he have next? So I don't know how profit. That's what it is. It's not because he has been selling price. I have not distributed selling price only people in Tamil Nadu people that will be very machine on. Is that the question? What? Probably I don't know what you are doing. anti-ship loading, anti-cost is stored in the solar. Once you drop and then load it into the ship, again unload it, again load it to the ship. So, what I say is, by the time it lands, you know, our engineers, we are getting more is paying to propose the final. That is not what we report for it. The volatility of the, first of all, they are more below. They will create such a global condition. The pricing is every day is going up and down there. They will create a shortage situation, increase the price. The Indonesian coal, the mining cost is about 10 dollars. Mining cost in Indonesia is now, I am telling you very little. So, what we are paying here is $100. So, who is what we want to get coal from there? And this you will, by importing, going for the import route, you are giving a chance for their mining to flourish. They are making business. They are not giving free of cost saving. They are making business and they are most lucrative business out of that. Their people are employed. Their people are making profits. That coal you are getting. I don't know what the kind of quality of the have. What happens if you try to want to visit that? They may tell this you are making value, you may get this only. God knows. So all those things put together. But what you have made a not a very wise person. But still if you want, because there is nothing, what do you do? You have to work on it as well. Of course, if you are about 5 million, you want to years back. Now it is about 50 million. The country means they are becoming bigger, they are becoming less wiser, and becoming importing is not a wise alternative. I think as I told you, we have that, we have to do it here. Become active, become wise, become clever to do it here. It's not doing it here. That's for always businessmen here. Don't want to tell all those things. I simply discuss about all those things here. Not taking anything.
Sir, one final question. You explained about the process of washing, how to remove the ash from the car. Our scientists are making advancements in finding out instead of using water.
No.
Any other method?
We will tomorrow. Go again. Because he is a positive engineer. He will be able to tell wet washing, dry washing. People will claim there are two studies of it. China will say I will do dry washing. Generally will say fresh washing. Both are correct, but ultimately what suits your code. So what suits your code? What you want and what money you want to spend. But always washing is always prepared. See, just like in one kg of rice, if you spread it out and give out rice, you will take time, it will take its own effort. But if you put it in water and then heat it, then the stones go down. That's the same of scientific. So that wet washing is the best way to of our dry washing also.
That is not a solution.
No, in Odisha, they are putting up. So there are these parallel waters. Yes. Which one? You could hear it. Yes. What is the sir? Can you explain again? We could hear it. Tomorrow you will explain it.
As I told you, there are more. But for steel coal, we have to go for it. Because it has to be crushed, and then only they will do it. For this, both are also by giving this as the solution.
Coal India is supplying power generators. The areas of around Colliery, they are power starved. He was in coal mines. See, why don't a captive power plant be designed in such a manner? coordinating with BHCL. You are manufacturing soft coke for domestic consumption. Energy is being wasted. Pollution cannot be avoided. Power electrical can be designed in such a way to achieve the critical temperature. High energy coal can be used to sustain that temperature, to maintain that temperature. Soft coke manufacturing can be done.
See, I will answer this question. See, when I went to USA, just story only. There is a very big beer factory. USA there is a very big beer factory. We are in packages and packages of beer is manufactured. The people around there, you are telling, we don't get beer. Beer we don't have to go buy these things too costly and all this. Maybe the whole beer was coming to Germany. They are exporting. Likewise, I remember this story. There is a powerhouse in Jharkhand, Patratu. I was right from 64. I have been in Jharkhand only 64 to 2003. For 40 years I was in Jharkhand. So, Patratu powerhouse is BSCB. At that time, Bihar State Industry Board, now it is JSC. Around, because we are also running mines there. Running mines there, we want about a couple of mines there around. Powerhouse is there, and the villages are around. They came to be villages around because we went to mine something, they are having land. Sir, we don't have power, please give me power. What process there? Why the hell? But you are not getting power? No, sir, we don't have power. So, like that, the powerhouse is there. There is no power around the village.